Hey family, welcome back to another episode of The Other Side with Todd Jones. Today's episode, we're actually going to be talking about the crabs in the barrel mentality, and I'll make this one quick. I know the first video was pretty long, so I'll start breaking them up a little bit and try to get to the point, so that we can pass this information and move on. All right, so why is it that us as people in general even have this crab in the barrel mentality? It's like we can't help but be negative and pull each other down. Even when the person, is the intention is to help, reach back and help, but we continue to shame and damn people that are successful, or maybe we feel like that should be me. And one of the things that we struggle with is, I would say, the mindedness of I can do better. If it was me, I could do that better. And so with that crab in the barrel mentality, we're always envious of the next person. And some of the things that we do is we complain about something that other people have. We don't know how to play our role in society. I won't even say society. We don't know how to play our role in whatever the structure is to get to the end goal. And what I mean by that is, so say for instance, you have someone working at a business, right? And they have the owner that just opened up the business. And that person that's working for them, that cashier, that cook, whoever it is, they feel like, oh, well, if this was my business, I would do it like this, or I would do it like that. That mentality right there is a negative mindset. And it grows and it festers and it feeds negative energy. And that right there puts us in a position to where we have nothing. The other thing that we do is sometimes we're content with what we're doing, but we don't want to see others grow. And that's still a negative mindset. Why would you hinder someone else from growing because you feel content where you are? You feel like, oh, it's no need to do better. Be grateful for what you have. Just live an ordinary life. There's no reason to strive and be great. You can just be normal or average and live a mundane life. The other thing is we lack motivation. And the fact that we want to be lazy and not do anything, it makes us look at other people when they are doing something and say, what is it that drives you? Why do you even get up and fight every morning? Why do you even strive every morning? And the last thing is fear. We have a crab mentality because of fear. And we tend to project our fears on other people and tell them what they can and can't do. Because maybe we tried it and we failed at it, or we feel like they're gonna fail at it. And we feel like we're protecting them from getting their feelings hurt. But the thing is, that's the way that we grow and become successful. That's the way that we develop, is we have to fail. We learn to fail so that we can succeed. It's a continuous cycle. You cannot succeed if you don't fail, because then you're not learning anything. So some of the effects that crab mentality have is it fosters jealousy, obviously, envy. People will start to beg or feel entitled, and they'll tend to say, well, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be where you are today. So to hit on a couple of those points, people start to beg or feel entitled. So automatically, when you become successful, people start to reach out, reach their hand out and say, hey, do you got, can I have, can I have, can I have? And immediately that turns you off because you feel like they're just leeches and they're using you. And it's not such a bad thing when you're helping people out or people are coming to you for help when you are successful. But the thing is, we don't want leeches, right? We don't want people just coming to us every time they need something. And so, and then they feel entitled. They feel entitled because they supported you through your struggle or whatever the case is. And, that obviously, when it comes to success, especially music artists or any kind of artist or any kind of consumer business, they are successful because of other people. So yes, you do want to help them and reach back to put them in a position. But the thing is, you can't help them if you are not successful yet, and your business or whatever you plan on having to profit is not self-sufficient. It's not automatic. So the thing is, yes, you should be grateful for people supporting you and helping you get to that level of success. But at the same time, people shouldn't automatically become leeches off of you because we're still trying to learn the formula. And once we get the formula, then it's our job as that successful person to reach back and teach that formula. And then they say, well, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be successful. And that can very well be true. But the thing is, when you're supporting someone, you're supporting them out of love, not with the intent to get something back. Now, when it comes to being successful or being that person that's that crab and pulling somebody down, the thing is, we fear that that person that we help become successful is going to forget about us, which is natural, right? We have a fear that they're going to be successful. They're going to forget about us. They're not going to teach us or pull us up. But the way that we get out of that is that person that becomes successful has to remember where they came from. I'm not saying to not let your past go, because you're supposed to develop and change. You working super hard to not stay the same. So you don't want to be that person that's doing all the same things, like running the streets and things of that sort. You want to be a bigger person. You want to be able to acknowledge opportunities that come your way in that sense. So the thing is, we have to remember to reach back and give people that formula. But the solutions is we have to pay it forward. We have to give and support people out of love. And we have to lower the expectations of wanting something in return. When they say no good deed goes unpunished, that's what that means. You can't be given to someone and be expecting something in return, because then you'll never get it. That's not how the universe works. You have to give out of love, and then your karma comes back to you. You have to be grateful for what you have. And I'm not saying grateful as being content. I'm talking about being grateful for what you have. You have to take care of what you have in order to be blessed with something better. So, So if you don't appreciate what you have, you'll never be able to grow and get something better. We have to continue to support each other. We cannot be afraid to let someone fly at their highest level and be afraid that they're not gonna turn around and pull us up. But it is up to that person to make sure that they don't forget to pull those people up that supported them in their mission. And then we have to just appreciate the process. With people that, as I mentioned before, they say, if this was me, I could have done better. Well, if that's the point, if you feel like that, then why are you working for the next person? You should be doing it on your own and paving the way to show the person behind you how to do it the correct way. Or you can give the person that you're working for some advice and say, hey, I noticed that you have us doing it like this. Since I'm on the front line, or I'm the first one that the customer sees, these are the problems that I've been running into. And I think this would be helpful if we did things like this. And then that way you're contributing to the success. And then that business owner will look at you and say, hey, this is the person that I want with me long term. And then you end up on the executive side, or maybe the marketing side or something like that of the business. And then you end up getting a percent instead of just getting paid a salary. Then now your percentage is a residual, because what you contributed is long lasting, instead of you just working a 9 to 5, a dead end job, or whatever the case is. But we have to be aware of the energy that we're giving out, and that crab mentality, first and foremost, it has to do with self-awareness. When you become aware of who you are, you love yourself, and you accept yourself, then you stop judging yourself against other people. President Roosevelt, one of his quotes was, comparison is the thief of happiness. And that's exactly what it is. The moment you start comparing yourself to other people, then you are no longer happy with what you have. You no longer appreciate what you have, because you're constantly chasing what the next person has. But we have to, like I said, love each other. We have to support one another. We have to remember education. Education is one of the most important things that we can have. It's learning. The more we educate ourselves, the less excuses we have when it comes to succeeding. Because when you know better, you do better. And that's how you become successful, is by doing better. Every day waking up trying to be the best version of yourself. All right. So, like I said, I'm not gonna go lengthy on this one. And so thank you all for the support, and I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification so that you can see when the next video comes out. And I'll see you all next Friday.